Hi everyone, Jamie from PropertyEngine here. I'm going to show you our new September 2025 update where we are bringing AI image analysis of every property in England and Wales right now. What does this mean for you? So what we're doing now is we are going through the photos automatically for every property and using our new AI models to determine the condition of the property. And that means that you can now filter for the condition of the property based on your strategy. So here we can find properties that need major work doing to them. And on the other end of the spectrum, we've got properties that are in excellent condition. This is in addition to our existing requires modernization filter, which used keyword analysis of the description to determine if a property needed modernizing. But the problem with this is that there was no scale. So it was bringing back properties that needed a light renovation or properties that also needed a heavy renovation. And it could miss some properties entirely. Whereas now, because we're actually using AI to analyze the photos, you can choose on a scale of what the condition of the property is. So let's have a look at some examples. I'm going to just search in Leeds here, and we'll have a look at the major work needed filter. So this is bringing back the absolute worst properties that are on our system, okay, in our database. So if we have a look at this, for example, this property is an absolute wreck, it's complete back to brick. It's got all this rubbish in there as well, which needs to be taken out. The walls are damp. This is the worst of the worst. And if we have a look at this one here as well, again, like this property here is missing fixtures, the floor is moldy, and the kitchen needs completely replacing. This needs a significant amount of work. It is not for the light-hearted. And so with these filters, you can kind of dial it into what your level of experience is. So if we have a look at outdated throughout here, these properties, again, needs quite a bit of work doing to them, but you know they're in a higher standard. The starting place is a lot better than the major work needed properties. And if we have a look at this one here as well, you can see this could just do with some refurbishment, new kitchen, new bathroom. And yeah, so let's have a look at combining this with our back and reduced strategy as well. So this is looking for those motivated sellers where the property has come back on the market at least once and it's been reduced in price, showing a high level of motivation. So if we look at that, back and reduced, properties in bad condition, start to have a look at these, you can start to find the properties where, you know, it's in a bad condition, so it's great for BRR and Flips, but also there is that motivation from the seller side as well because they're struggling to sell. And again, you can combine this with our comparables. This is on for 400,000. You'd look at the comparables to see what's going on the street. We've got a property 35 meters away that sold for 485 in good condition back in 2024. So you can then use that obviously with our deal analyzers to work out what your refinance value would be if you're doing something like BRs. So yeah, for BRs and Flips, major work needed, outdated throughout. Those are like the worst two kind of conditions for a property. I would start with those and obviously combining that with our back and reduce strategy to find that level of motivation from these sellers. You can also do this the other way around as well. So you can look at the excellent condition, and this could be good for rent to rent as well. So let me show you an example. If we switch this over now to excellent condition, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just set our travel time here for Leeds. I'm going to say 20 minutes of public transport from the city centre. So that means you can walk or you can take public transport and get to the city centre of Leeds within 20 minutes. So let's have a look at this property here. It's in excellent condition and again, right close to the city centre of Leeds. And because we've got that back and reduce still on, they're struggling to sell. So that means that they might be open to some alternative strategies such as, you know, rent to rent. They might be open to renting the property. So again, we're using that property condition now because we're considering rent to rent. We're using the property condition to find properties that are in good condition so that there wouldn't be much work needed if we were to do rent to rent with those properties. So yeah, every time you're looking at a property as well, regardless of whether you're using the new condition filter, you can see that we are just tagging every property here. We've color coded them based on the condition of that property based on our AI analysis. The other cool thing as well, if we go back to the outdated throughout, so the other cool thing is we've got this new kind of view options up here. So if you click on this, you can actually choose which photo you want to see in the search results. So if you want to just look at kitchens, you know, because most of the time the first photo is just the exterior of the property. But if you're, really focused on just checking out the kitchen as a key indicator for what the condition of the property is, you can just flip this over to kitchen here. And that means that every photo in the search results defaults to the kitchen. And then you can just quickly, skim through those. Yeah, we can see here, like it's just showing you the kitchen for every property here. So it's really, really easy to just get a quick idea of what the condition of the property is. And again, you can do the same for bathrooms or the living rooms, or you can put it back to just the first photo that the estate agent has put on. So yeah, we're really, really excited about this new property condition filter that we've added. It's just the beginning as well. We're going to be making lots of improvements to it. If you do come across any conditions that you don't think are accurate, obviously because we're using a new AI model, it can make mistakes because we're doing a bulk analysis of every property in the country. So if you do see something that you don't think is accurate, please help us out by clicking on this feedback icon here next to the score. And here you can actually submit what score you think that property is, and that comes through to us to help us improve our AI model. And yeah, we're going to be making a lot of improvements to this in the future, but we're really, really excited to get this out to everyone today. And it's going to help you with all various kinds of strategies. And yeah, please let us know your feedback. You can reach us obviously at propertyengine.co.uk. Have a great day.